Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Computer and Information Sciences, SOCIS, Diploma Programme, Postgraduate Diploma in Computer Applications, PGDCA, New, Semester 2, MCSL, to 10 DBMS and Java Lab, Section-2 Java Programming Lab, 2.0 Introduction. For writing a program, you need to use IDE, Integrated Development Environment, for better and smooth programming experiences. Section 2 of this lab manual is for Java programming, which is based on MCS 206 Java programming course. At the end of this section, you will get a list of lab sessions consisting of lab exercises that cover almost all the topics and concepts you will be learning in course MCS 206. These 10 lab sessions consist of several programming exercises which you have to implement, write, code and execute using NetBeans IDE. Some popular Java IDEs include NetBeans, Eclipse and IntelliJ IDEA. In this lab manual, we will use NetBeans, an open-source IDE, to write our programs. In this section, we will talk about the use of the development environment of NetBeans and all the example programs has been executed using this IDE. To use IDE for Java programming, you need to install Java Development Kit JDK. 2.1 Objective. The objectives of this section are to install different IDEs for Java J2E programming, develop simple applications using IDEs, and use the given list of exercises for your assigned lab sessions. 2.2 Introduction to Java Programming. Java is a high-level language, and the language that a computer can directly understand is called machine language. The compiler job is the translation of a program from a high-level language, C, Java, etc., to a low-level language, so have to run your program written in a high-level language using the compiler. The machine language program that is the output of the compiler is often called the object program or object code. When you do this, you say that you have compiled your program. An interesting thing to note is that the Java compiler does not translate your program into the machine language that can run on your computer. It translates your Java program into a code called bytecode. The bytecode is not the machine language for any particular operating system computer. Instead, it is a machine language for a hypothetical computer that is known as a virtual machine. The program that translates source code into bytecode is a kind of interpreter called the Java Virtual Machine JVM. To run your Java program on your computer, first, you have to use the compiler to translate your Java program into bytecode. Then you have to use the particular JVM for your computer system for translating each bytecode instruction into machine language and run it. Java bytecode. When you compile a Java program, the Java compiler does not translate your program into the machine language for your particular computer. Instead, your Java program is translated to bytecode. Remember that Java bytecode is not the machine language for any particular computer. Instead, it is a machine language for a hypothetical computer known as a virtual machine. Translating Java bytecode into a machine language program for an actual computer is performed in JVM. Also, the JVM runs the Java bytecode. To run your Java program first, you have to translate your Java program into bytecode using the compiler. Then, you can use the particular JVM to translate each bytecode instruction into machine language and run it. Figures 2.1 and Figure 2.2 show the whole process of Java program execution. Figure 2.1 Java program writing and execution. Look at the screen. Figure 2.2 Compiling and running a Java program. Writing, compiling and running a Java program. For writing Java programs, you are advised to use IDE as it will make your programming job easy. Also, you can write a Java program in a simple text editor, for example, Notepad in a Windows environment. Generally, in a complex program, there may be more than one class. In that case, the name of that file must be the name of the class in which the main method is defined, with .java added to the end signature of main method, public static void main, setting args. If you are writing a Java program using a simple editor, then to compile that Java class, you have to use a free Java system distributed by Oracle for Windows, Linux, or some other operating system. You have to use the command javac followed by program file with extension .java. For example, to compile a Java program that has a class named myClass that is in a program file named myclass.java, you give the following command to the operating system, javac myclass.java. Thus, to compile the class in your program, you would give the following command, javac yourprogram.java. When you compile a Java class, it is translated into the class file's bytecode and is placed in a file whose name is the name of the class followed by .class. That means after executing javac your program Java, you will get your program.cl as file as a result. Now you can run your program.cl as file to run a Java program by giving the command java followed by the name of the class you think of as the program. For example, to run the program in your program.cl as, you would give the following one-line command, java your program. Now let us try to write a simple Java program using Notepad. The program to display welcome to Java programming is written as shown in Figure 2.3. Figure 2.3, Java program written in Notepad. Now we can save and compile this program using command prompt. This program is saved in C, my Java directory. The Java program file name is hellojava.java. Before you compile this program, you have to set the path for the location where your javac and Java files are saved. Here we have set the path to the bin directory of your JDK folder. Set path is equal to C, program files Java JDK 10.0.2 bin. Details about class path you will learn later in this section. You can see in the figure given 2.4, which is the screenshot of the compilation and execution of this program. Figure 2.4, screenshot of the command prompt. Remember that when you run a Java program, actually, you are running the Java bytecode interpreter on the compiled version of your program, and hence, you are not writing .class after the file name. Java programs can be written and executed easily using an integrated development environment, IDE. An IDE provides you with a text editor with menu commands for compiling and running the Java programs. An IDE provides many useful GUI tools which are useful for developing applications. Some of the common features of IDEs are code editor. It is a space for writing and editing the source code. Compiler. It is used to transform the source code of the program written by you into a form that is executable by a computer. Debugger. It is used during the testing of the application programs. It helps to debug application programs during development. Builder. This automates common tasks of programmers, such as building the application to execute the application. Browsers. O-class browser is used to examine and reference the properties of an object-oriented class hierarchy. O-object browser is used to examine the objects instantiated in a running application program. Class hierarchy diagram. It allows the programmer to see the project structure of programming code, including different classes in the project. This lab section is based on the MCSL 206 course in which you will be learning about basic constructs of Java programming, including data types, operators, basic OOP concepts, and other Java programming concepts. You need to learn Java programming in the MS-206 course and try to implement the programming exercises given in that course along with the exercises given in this section of the lab manual. Now let us see how to set up the development environment for Java programming using NetBeans IDE. 2.3 Setup Development Environment. 2.3.1 Installation of Java Development Kit JDK. The best thing about IDE is that its intelligence provides code completion hints during coding in IDE. It also provides easy code, file and folder navigation. For writing Java program using IDE, we need to set up the development environment and set up a compiler, builder, and editor, mainly JDK and IDE. The Java Development Kit JDK is a software development environment that is used to develop Java applications. Before installation of any IDE, in our case NetBeans, JDK installation is required. That is why we need to install the latest version of JDK in our system. In this section, first, we will see how to install JDK and NetBeans IDE, and then to use this IDE, we will write and execute our Java programs. For the setup development environment, we need to set up a compiler, builder, and editor, mainly JDK and IDE. That is why we need to install the latest version of JDK in our system. The best thing about IDE is that its intelligence provides code completion hints during coding in IDE. It also provides easy code, file and folder navigation. In this unit, Windows 10 based installation and environment setup are shown. First, check the Java version is already installed by executing the command Java version in the terminal or command prompt as shown in figure 2.5. Look at the screen, figure 2.5, checking Java version. If Java is not installed in your system, then, first of all, download the latest version of JDK from its official website, https://www.oracle.com/in/technologies/javc-downloads.html right parenthesis. You can choose any latest version of JDK for development practice, but it is strongly recommended to choose the LTS, long-term support, version only for the production environment. Choose the JDK package as per your system platform. Install the JDK in your system and recheck the installed version. Remember that you need Java Runtime Environment (JRE) to run a Java program. A JRE provides you with a Java Virtual Machine (JVM), Java class libraries, and the Java class loader. You do not have to download JRE separately, as a JRE is part of a Java Development Kit JDK. 2.3.2 Downloading and installation of Java Development Kit JDK. If Java is not installed in your system, then you have to download the latest version of JDK from its official website, java.com/download/i_manual.jsp right parenthesis. For practicals of this course, you can choose the latest version of JDK, but it is advised that you choose the LTS, long-term support, version only for the project development production environment. Install the JDK in your system, and then you may recheck the installed version. Once JDK is successfully installed, then you can download and install NetBeans IDE. The steps for installing NetBeans IDE for Windows 10 is given below. 3.3.3 Installing Apache NetBeans in Windows 10. NetBeans is an open-source Java IDE. It is one of the biggest and most popular IDE. It is supported by a variety of operating systems like Linux, Windows, macOS, Solaris, etc., along with feature-limited OS-independent versions using NetBeans, it is very easy to create custom software applications. The NetBeans highlights Java code syntactically as well as semantically. Also, there are many tools in NetBeans that help in writing bug-free code. The NetBeans is primarily a Java IDE, but it also has extensions for working in other programming languages, including C, PHP, HTML5, JavaScript, etc. To download Apache NetBeans IDEA, visit the official site of Apache NetBeans, netbeans.apache.org, download index.html, download the package as per your platform, Linux, Windows, macOS. In this section, we are using Windows 10 as a platform for installing NetBeans IDE. For this lab manual, Apache NetBeans IDE 12.5 is used. To install it, locate the Apache NetBeans 12.5 bin Windows x64.x setup file in your system, where it is saved after download, and run as administrator. The user access control wizard will be displayed. Click on Yes. Setup will configure the installer. If you want to customize the installation during the installation process, click on the Customize button and choose the features per your need. Follow the instructions of Installation Wizard, and finally, click on Install to install the software. The installation process will begin. Wait till the process finishes. Now, click on the Finish button to close the wizard. After installation, you are ready to use the NetBeans IDE. Go to the Start Program, navigate to Apache NetBeans, click on Apache NetBeans IDE 12.5 link to open the IDE, or double-click on the Apache NetBeans IDE 12.5 icon created in desktop as well to open the IDE. Welcome to the first look of Apache NetBeans IDE 12.5 as shown in Figure 2.10 to 3.4. Setting class path. The path and class path are the two very important environment variables of the Java environment. JDK uses these variables to find the JDK binaries used to compile and run Java class files, which are compiled Java bytecodes. For example, you can add the bin directory path of JDK or JRE in class path, so that any binaries under the directory can be accessed directly without specifying the absolute path. As a programmer, you need to set the class path when there is a need to load a class that is not present in the current directory or any subdirectories. The class path tells JDK tools and applications where to find third-party and user-defined classes. IE classes that are not Java extensions or part of the Java platform. You can use class path as a parameter in the JVM or the Java compiler that specifies the location of user-defined classes and packages. Also, the class path is used to define the path and to find third-party and user-defined classes. Now let us see how to set class path. Path is the environment variable where we specify the locations of binaries. The main difference between path and class path is that path is set for Java tools in Java programs like Java and Javac, which are used to compile your code. Whereas class path is used by system or application class loader to locate and load compile Java bytecodes stored in the class file. You need to set the class path in the situation when there is a need to load a class that is not present in the current directory or any subdirectories. The class path will have what you are setting as the class path variable. In the class path, you will have a directory name or file name at the end. The following points list what should be the end of the class path. If you have a jar or zip file which contains class files, the class path end with the name of that zip or jar file. If class files are placed in an unnamed package, Then the class path will end with the class files directory. If class files are placed in a named package, the class path will end with the directory containing the root package in the full package name. If you have to set multiple class paths, then you need to separate each class path by a semicolon, dot. There are two ways for setting the path in Java: 1. Temporary setting, 2. Permanent setting. You can set the temporary path of JDK by performing the following steps. Open the command prompt, then copy the path of the JDK bin directory, and finally, paste the JDK bin in the command prompt. Set path is equal to C. Program files Java JDK 10.0.2 bin. Let us see it in Figure 2.11 given below. Figure 2.11. Setting path of JDK bin directory. Set permanent path of JDK in Windows. To set the permanent path of JDK, you have to perform the following steps. 1. Go to My Computer Properties, select the Advanced tab. 2. Select Environment Variables, new tab of the user variable. 3. Write the path in variable name. Write path of JDK bin folder in variable value. 4. Select OK 3 times as shown in Figures 2.12 to Figures 2.14. First, click on Environment Variables. Before you get ready for writing Java programs, you are advised to read at least the first 2 units of the MCS 206 course. There you will learn basic constructs for Java programming. You must know the basic structure of the Java program, data types, variables, declarations and conventions used for naming variables, Java keywords, programming comments, etc. Also, you are advised to write the program code given in your course MCS 206 and execute them for better learning and understanding of concepts. 2.4 Some example programs. 2.4.1 Core Java programs. Example 1. First Java program which displays a welcome message. Switch P1. Open NetBeans IDE. New project. Now let us write our first Java program using NetBeans IDE. As you can see in Figure 2.18, the first statement written is system.out.println, welcome to Java programming. Now save and compile this program. Now you can write and run, execute your program using the steps mentioned in example -1 above. You need to remember that when you write and compile some complex programs, there is the possibility that your program will not be successfully compiled in the first attempt. You may have some errors, including syntax errors. You have to address, remove those errors, then you have to compile your program again. Further, we will have some more example programs to help you learn about writing Java programs. Example 2. Java program to show the use of scanner class. Use of scanner class. Package use of scanner class. Import java.util.scanner. Scanner class. Public class use of scanner class. Public static void main. String args. Scanner myobj1 is equal to new scanner. System.in. Scanner object. System.out.println. Please enter your name dash. String name is equal to myobj1. Next line. Scanner myobj2 is equal to new scanner. System.in. System.out.println. Please enter your address dash. String add is equal to myobj2. Next line. System.out.println. Name. System.out.println. Address. Add. Output. Package bank account. Import java.util. Public class bank account. Scanner s is equal to new scanner. System.in. int IGNOU. int m1. int amount. int num1. Void deposit. System.out.println. Please enter account number. IGNOU is equal to s. Next int. System.out.println. Please enter the amount. m1 is equal to s. Next int. Amount is equal to m1. System.out.println. You have successfully added the amount m1. Menu. Void withdraw. System.out.println. Please enter the amount am1 is equal to s dot next int amount is equal to am1 system.out.println. You have successfully withdrawn the amount. am1 menu void balance system.out.println. Your available balance is amount menu void menu system.out.println menu system.out.println 1. To deposit system.out.println 2. To withdraw the amount system.out.println 3. To check balance system.out.println. Please choose the option num1 is equal to s dot next int switch num1 case 1 deposit break case 2 withdraw break case 3 balance break default menu. Public static void main string args bank account my account is equal to new bank account my account dot menu output figure 2.23. Compiling and running program. Example 4. Java program to demonstrate the use of thread class method set priority and get priority package multithreading demo. Import java.lang. Public class multithreading demo extends thread. Public void run system.out.println inside run method. Public static void main string args multithreading demo t1 is equal to new multithreading demo. Multithreading demo t2 is equal to new multithreading demo. Multithreading demo t3 is equal to new multithreading demo. System.out.println t1 thread priority t1. Get priority system.out.println t2 thread priority t2 get priority system.out.println t3 thread priority t3 get priority t1 set priority 4 t2 set priority 5 t3 set priority 8 system.out.println t1 thread priority t1 get priority system.out.println t2 thread priority t2 get priority system.out.println t3 thread priority t3 get priority system.out.println currently executing thread thread.current thread. Get name system.out.println main thread priority thread.current thread.get priority thread.current thread.set priority 10 system.out.println main thread priority thread current thread.get priority output 2.4.2 JDBC programs. For managing a database, you need to use a database server. Here we are using MySQL database for our program writing. You have to download and install MySQL from https://www.mysql.com/downloads/. Suppose you have to compile the following JDBC program. Example 5. JDBC program to manage PGDCA students' records. JDBC program, package application, import java.sql. Public class JDBC application, public static void main, string args, try, class.forName, com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver, connection con is equal to driver manager.getConnection, JDBC, MySQL localhost, 3306 JDBC2, root, mpapmishra. Here JDBC2 is database name, root is username, and password is mpapmishra, system.out.println. Welcome to JDBC programming. Statement stmt is equal to con.create statement. String SQL is equal to create table PGDcast. Roll number int 10, name varchar 40, program code char 8, stmt.execute update SQL. SQL is equal to insert into PGDcast values 111102. Ravi PGDCA stmt.execute update SQL. SQL is equal to insert into PGDcast values 111103. Rajiv, GDCA stmt.execute update SQL. SQL is equal to insert into PGDcast values 111104. Rahul GDCA stmt.execute update SQL. SQL is equal to insert into PGD cast values 111105 Rajesh PGDCA STMT.execute update SQL. SQL is equal to insert into PGD cast values 111101 Mohan PGDCA STMT.execute update SQL. Result set rupees is equal to STMT.execute query. Select from PGD cast while rupees.next system.out.println roll number rupees.getInt 1 name rupees.getString 2 program code rupees.getString 3 con.close catch exception e system.out.println my exception e.toString. To compile and run JDBC program, you need to provide a connector jar file. This file you have to download from https://dev.mysql.com/connector/j/output. As you can see in figure 2.28, after the successful execution of the program given in example -5 above, you will get a database table named PGDCA created and 5 rows inserted in it. 2.5 List of lab assignments, session-wise. In this section, session-wise problem exercise are given for your lab. Session 1, Java Basics, Variables, Expressions, Operators, Loops. 1. Write a Java program that displays Java primitive data types default values. 2. Write a Java program that takes any two numbers as input and displays A. Average of the numbers, B. Largest number, C. Smallest number. 3. Write a Java program that takes your name, address, enrollment number and mobile number as input and displays it. 4. Write a Java program that takes a number between 1 to 20 as input and displays its multiplication table. 5. Write a Java program to calculate the roots of a given quadratic equation. 6. Write a Java program to display whether a given number is prime or not. Session 2, Loops and Arrays. 7. Write a Java program that demonstrates the use of the followings: A. For loop, B. While loop. 8. Write a Java program that reverses a given array. 9. Write a Java program for performing the following operations on to 4 times 4 matrices: A. Addition, B. Multiplication. 10. Write a program in Java to find the average of marks obtained by a student in 5 papers as given below: paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, paper 5. Marks 50, 70, 65, 80, 56. Session 3, Classes, Objects, Methods, Access Specifiers. 11. Write a Java program to create a class factorial with a method display that displays a given number's factorial. 12. Write a program to create a room class. The attributes of this class is room_no, room_type, room_ac_status, room_rent. In this class, implement the member functions setData and displayData to insert date and display data respectively. 13. Write Java program to calculate employee salary. Make necessary assumptions. 14. Write a Java program to create a class rectangle with the data fields width, length, area and color. Define the methods set_length, set_width and find_area. Create 2 objects of rectangle and compare their area. 15. Create a class account to represent a saving bank's account. Define 2 overloaded constructors, in which the first constructor is to be used for initializing the name of account holder, account number and initial balance in the account. Second constructor to be used for initializing name of an account holder, account number, addresses, mobile_number and balance. Define methods deposit, withdraw and get_balance for performing respective operations on accounts. Make necessary assumptions as required. Create objects of the account class and use them to demonstrate the working of methods defined in the class. Session 4, Inheritance, Polymorphism. 16. Write a program in Java to create a class player. Inherit classes cricket_player, football_player and hockey_player from class player. Make necessary assumptions. 17. Write a Java program to create an abstract class shape that has two data members of integer types to store the value of two sides of the shape and an empty method findArea. Derive three classes rectangle, triangle and circle from shape classes. Each of these classes contains only the method printArea that prints the area of that shape. Make necessary assumptions. 18. Write a Java program to demonstrate the concept of method overriding. Use online shopping as an example. Session 5, Interface, Package and Exceptions, Handling. 19. Create your own package, which provides a service to find whether a given number is odd or even and import this package in another class. 20. Create an interface having three methods: multiplication, division and addition. Create a class that overrides these methods. Make necessary assumptions. 21. Write a program in Java that implement interface student, which has two methods: display_grade and show attendance for PG_students and UG_students, where PG_students and UG_students are two different classes for postgraduate and undergraduate students respectively. 22. Write a program in Java to display the name and roll number of students. Initialize respective array variables for 10 students. Handle array index out of bounds exception to avoid illegal termination of the program. 23. Write a program to illustrate subclass exception precedence over base class. 24. Write a Java program to create custom exceptions in the process of validating IGNOU PGDCA student records. Make necessary assumptions. 25. Assume that two vehicles are running on the single track of a road. When both the vehicles are going in the same direction, there is no problem. But when the vehicles are running in the opposite direction, there is a chance of collision. To avoid collisions, write a Java program using exception handling. You are free to make necessary assumptions. Session 6, Multithreading and Number Strings. 26. Write Java program to show the use of string class and its operations. I. Find string length. 2. Reverse the contents of a string given on the console and convert the resultant string in the uppercase. 3. Read a string from the console and append it to the given string. 27. Write a Java program to illustrate how the thread priorities are implemented. Imagine that the first thread has just begun to run, even before it has a chance to do anything. Now comes the higher priority thread that wants to run as well. Now the higher priority thread has to do its work before the first thread starts. 28. Write a Java program that creates 5 threads T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5 with different priorities. Send to threads that have the highest priority in the sleep state. Check the aliveness of the threads and also mark which thread is long, lasting. 29. Write a program to explain the use of byte, double, float, integer, long classes in Java. 30. Write a Java program to demonstrate the use of string and string builder. 31. Write a Java program that correctly implements the producer-consumer problem using the concept of inter-thread communication. Session 7, I/O and Java API. 32. Write a Java program that takes the name of a file as input from a user, read the file's contents, and display it on the console. 33. Write a Java program to copy a file into another file. 34. Write a Java program to count characters, words, lines of a given file, 35. Write a Java program to delete an existing file, 36. Write a Java program to list all the files in a directory, including those present in all its subdirectories, 37. Write Java program to demonstrate the use of set API. 38. Write Java program to demonstrate the use of vector API. 39. Write Java program to demonstrate the use of list API. Section-8 GUI programming, 40. Write a Java program to simulate a traffic light. The program lets the user select one of the three lights, red, yellow or green. On selecting a button, an appropriate message with stop or ready or go should appear above the button's selected color. Initially, there is no message shown, 41. Draw line oval rectangle using graphics GUI methods, 42. Create a dummy page for email accounts using proper GUI components. 43. Write a Java program to create a simple calculator using proper GUI components. Handle any possible exceptions including divide by 0 in your program. Session 9 JDBC Programming, 44. Write a Java program to demonstrate connecting database. Use appropriate database created in MySQL for demonstration, 45. Write a Java program to create a database table named account which have fields of a saving bank account and perform followings on this table: A. Insert records, B. Update records, C. Select records, and C. Delete records. Session 10 JDBC Programming, 46. Write a Java program to manage students' records using JDBC. Use appropriate GUI components to create the user interface. Demonstrate uses of commit and rollback in your program. Make necessary assumptions, 47. Write a Java program to execute a batch of SQL statements. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more updates, and we will see you with the next chapter.